It is really happening, honey. I've felt that way for some time.
This is really happening.
This is really happening.
This is really happening.
Do you want to show our kind viewers at home why you feel that way? Why it's become real to you?
Yes.
Okay.
This is really happening.
Hey, let me try. I can do it.
Right here. Got 2 arms,
Hold on, let Daddy talk.
2 arms, 2 car seats, 2 babies. Wow. It's really happening. I saw these and look how little they are. Little babies fit in these.
Little baby car seats.
We haven't had a little baby for a while.
Dad, let me have that.
Wow. I'm just imagining having a baby in each of these. It's crazy.
The reason we have them already is because I was looking for this one brand of non-toxic car seat, but they're like super crazy expensive. So I've been looking for a deal. They're like $400 new. But I wanted this specific brand because they don't use flame retardants in their car seats, which is really important to me. Car seats, beds, bedding, pajamas have a lot of flame retardants on them. So I usually try to find those things that don't have flame retardants, and I typically buy used because new, that kind of stuff, super expensive. So anyway, I found these for $150 instead of $400. So I'm really proud of myself. It's the Nuna Pima or something, but is the ones I wanted. And so I've been looking every day. So that's why we already have car seats. And I'm really excited about it.
It's really happening.
How dirty is my shirt?
Well, it has bleach spots on it.
Does it? Oh, it's a hole.
Oh, it has holes.
I don't know, it's from a bag that my friend gave me, a bag of clothes. It is really happening, honey. I've felt that way for some time. For some time. And their bed came, which I'd also been looking for, this one specific kind of like pack and play. But I just got one bed for now. They'll share until they can roll over. Then they'll get their own beds. This is it. It's still in the box.
Before I say yeah.
We are following through on one of Bree's requests now that we're down here at the Homestead more and getting the geese out of the yard because they're pooping so much. And this means honestly giving up on them sitting on their eggs because it's been basically 2 months. It's been much, much longer than it takes to hatch eggs. So they're getting kicked out of the yard into the pasture for now, so there's less poop in the yard. Okay, time to move some animals. I know. I'm gonna let you watch this process from here. First, I'm gonna move the bull and the cow's top limiting wire up, allowing them into a new section of grass. Then I'll put the goats and the heifer and the steer into the barn. And then I'll move the electric net fence, and then I'll let the heifer and the steer and the goats back out of the barn. Everyone will be on new grass. All the fences are up, but somehow these 3 geese ended up on the wrong side, which defeats the whole point of getting them out of the yard because they will actually just go under and through those wires there back into the yard. Oh. Come on, get. Geese are hard to herd. They're very independent thinkers. They don't follow each other very well.
Yeah, I still get one though. After I get
Poor Bridie. He's trying to clean up and Wilder keeps getting the toys out. Sounds a lot like my life. But he's falling apart.
If he gets it out, it's not going to go against you. Put what back?
Talking about
The hatchet. Put the hatchet back. He put it away.
Bubba's.
This is really happening after 3 trips to hardware stores, getting some wrong parts, planning things out, probably spending too much. You see this color right here, this gold color, brass. And 1.5 days of figuring this out. I think I have every single part I need, including this non-freeze spigot, to actually get this pipe connected so we can start burying back water line down here, get this area cleaned up, and then finish the grading up the hill. There's my most recent trip. The last trip to finish it off is the right type of PVC cement, which is the fastest curing, because I'm trying to keep this water line interruption from being too long for neighbors. And that little bugger right there. All right, I'm connecting all these up and getting ready to do the big cut and splice so that we can just keep rolling forward. All that trouble for these 2 little kind of complicated thingamajiggers. Now we're at the top of this line, and I've just got to widen this spot. I just found the pipe right here, so I've got to widen out my hole so I have room for my plumbing connection and a little spot in the future to access it. Okay, that is I'm about to do some work hole instead of a eureka, I found it, I'm excited, I'm walking away now. I can work in there. Here's the water line coming down the mountain. Yep, and here's the water line I'm connecting to. Okay, and I have a little problem. I had this whole plan. I was just gonna do this like, just, you know, I have all my connections. I'm sure they're all right. I was just gonna do this in about 10 minutes. Disconnect, make all my connections back. But I forgot my PVC cure time. So I need at least 2 hours of disconnect before I turn the water back on. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually wait till my neighbor's lights are out and do it in the dark tonight. They're easy connections to make. I'll have everything else just totally ready. It'll just be one PVC connection, really easy and fast, and it will be one hose clamp connection on a plastic poly line. It's literally like 5 minutes. 5 minutes probably. So I'm gonna do that part after dark tonight. And that'll give it time, you know, plenty of time where even before I go to bed, I'll stay up a little, I can have it up and running. All right, so, all right, here we go. All right, that's that. All right, let's get this in place. And we'll get it twisted upright so that when it sits in here, that spigot will actually be upright. Hey.
Yeah, hey. We saw the bumblebee diving up at the whale house, and it was with the worms, and the worms were gone. Dolly was looking for them.
Really?
And I got daggers in here.
How did you get so strong?
Huh? Maybe. Oh, I got bigger and then I got.
You're so strong.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I just swing.
I think I dropped my knife out here in the pasture. The last place I remember using it was I cut some hay strings. I brought the animals a little hay this morning. And I came right up here and I dropped the hay bale, probably right in here. And I cut the hay strings, and I don't remember seeing my knife again. Huh. Well, you guys are looking happy out here. Well, actually, I should say, you guys are looking happy out here. You're the ones on the high grass. You get first pick of whatever you want. Is your barn dirt still wearing off? This is still coming off in the rain. All right. See y'all later. Well, no sign of my knife, so I don't know. What you doing, Joy?
Brian's hive died out.
His hive died?
Mm-hmm.
Are you restarting it?
I don't know.
Okay. What you doing?
Putting a queen in my hive.
Putting a queen in your hive? Trying it? Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's the right
She's
type.
eating the sugar that's in there.
I bet she is. This is really happening. My kids are raising a baby bird that they rescued from our front yard. Joyful initiated taking it from the nest.
Say ah. A little bit wider. Almost.
Because we don't make a practice of this, the story here is that this was one of 5 sparrows. All the others were eaten one day at a time. They just disappeared one a day, and then this one had ants all over it that were biting it. Joyful decided she wanted to try to save it. It was most likely going to be dead in the nest. I really wasn't for it. How long you had it? 2 or 3 days or so? It's turned out pretty good. This breed is a non-native sparrow, and it's one of the few wild bird breeds that you can legally do this with. I have mixed feelings about it still. I tend to be one to say, well, let nature take its course, but I also agree with the girls that this baby bird would be dead, so I kind of have mixed feelings about it. We will attempt to release it as soon as it can fly. It's neat though. I mean, what kid doesn't dream of raising a baby bird? So let's see, there's a couple others. Pigeons, feral pigeons, and starlings are a couple of the birds that you can actually legally raise in your house without, there's significant legal penalties for capturing and raising native birds. So given that it's legal and given that this one would be dead, you know, it's just kind of cool. It's really cool, actually. So I look forward to seeing how it does. It may die on us, and they may be able to release it in a couple weeks into the wild.
A little bit. Almost got it. Got it.
What did you say earlier today? You said it's a lot of work being a mom, right? You're basically constantly catching worms and bugs and bringing them in and stuffing it down its throat. Has it ever stopped wanting to eat? Did it ever get full?
Yeah.
But after how many bugs?
Like maybe 20 or more.
Yeah, it'll just keep eating and eating. I haven't got that top one on yet, unfortunately. I'm going to unplug this, Justice, so the fence will be off. And I'll show you it's off. Find the end of your tape and come here. We got a little cut in this line here. And this electric fence feed wire. Look, Justice, it's off. So just wrap this whole section real good and tight, all up and down here, okay? I have this, I don't know if it's an injured goose. It's not able to stand, so I'm going to get it some water. I've been bringing it water a couple times a day. Now it has been able to move around some, so I've watered it here and watered it there. And if it's not able to walk, I don't honestly know what happened. If it's not able to walk, probably tomorrow we'll have to butcher it or at least put it out of its misery. I mean, it's not a terrible spot. It's got grass, it's got water. Its friend, this is Sweet. The friend, Goose, is hanging out with it. I don't know if it's a mate or just a buddy, but that goose is faithfully hung out with this injured or immobile goose. Geese get leg problems sometimes, and I don't know what is exactly wrong, but it's just totally immobile. So we'll give him or her till tomorrow to recover from that. Okay, that's not exactly the job I might have done, but that's fine. It's done, it's covered. All right, we're making one more trip down to the homestead. We've eaten supper. We had biscuits and gravy. That's a dad's supper.
It's dark. And I guess it's hard. And it
Why did we come down here, guys?
to listen to the sound of the...
To listen to the farm sounds
Yeah,
and feel the nice, cool evening air.
it was your idea.
Everyone liked the idea, right?
The geese are gonna hunt us.
The geese are gonna hunt us? Oh, we should be quiet, right?
It was hide.
Hide.
So they don't fly away.
Okay. Well, folks, we just literally came down here to enjoy the quiet evening because it's so peaceful and quiet down here. It's so beautiful, and it's nice to be around the animals. Well, guys, this is really happening. The end of the video is here. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm in for some late night plumbing in the dark with a headlamp. Pretty excited. I think I'll be able to knock it out, and we should have that done in the morning. All right, see you then. Bye.